Hello again everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have something amazing to share with you today regarding the star Bethlehem. Beginning with Matthew chapter 2 verse 9. When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was. Now we know Boaz to be the coming one, as shown in the diagram to the right. And we also know the child spoken of here is Jesus. However, there are parallels to the 2023 Revelation 12 sign that I will summarize later. The Star of Bethlehem, described in the Gospel of Matthew, also has a number of similarities with the star that appeared over Jerusalem in 66 AD, that was described by Josephus in The Jewish War, 6.5.3, 289. Thus, there was a star resembling a sword which stood over the city, and a comet that continued a whole year. Reading from the footnotes, whether Josephus means that this star was different from that comet which lasted a whole year, I cannot certainly determine. His words most favour their being different from one another. And reading from G.J. Goldberg, what I want to draw attention to here is the linguistic coincidence of Josephus' description of the star and Matthew's. Both describe a star that stood over or stopped over a place. The Greek can mean either one. One is forced to ask, how does a star in the revolving night sky stand over a place on Earth? I will return to this question later, but first a quick overview of Corona Borealis. Corona Borealis, according to E.W. Bullinger. The Hebrew name for the constellation is Atara, a royal crown, and its stars are known today in the east by the plural Ataroth. Its Arabic name means an ornament or jewel. It has 21 stars in total, although only 7 make up the crown, and its brightest star has the Arabic meaning the shining. And now I will read an excerpt from Daniel Speck's Arcturus, Star of the Second Coming. From chapter 1, Revelation in the Stars. Christ walks among the 7 golden lampstands and holds the 7 stars in his right hand. 7 stars is of course a constellation. The 7 golden lampstands may be a constellation as well. If we look at a map of the Greek cities of the 7 churches, the pattern they trace has a close resemblance to a particular constellation of familiar stars. We can compare them to the night sky to see where this might be. The constellation of Boaz is very similar. Constellations, being symbolic, need only a vague resemblance to a figure or icon to represent it. In addition to representing the 7 churches, Boaz traces the form of a 1st century oil lampstand, as we can see in the bottom right hand picture. The 8 stars of Boaz also look like a fish, the symbol the early church used for Christianity, as we still do today. A closer look at Boaz reveals some fascinating similarities to Revelation 2:1, he who walks among the 7 lampstands. Arcturus is the bright alpha star of this constellation. It is also the brightest star in the northern hemisphere, and the 4th brightest overall in the heavens, but more importantly, it has an unusually fast proper motion. Proper motion is the term astronomers use to describe how some stars have moved over the centuries. Edmund Halley, 1718, was the first astronomer to discover that stars move when he compared Arcturus' position with more ancient star charts. Since the 1st century AD, Arcturus has moved 2 degrees in the sky towards the constellation Virgo, the width of 2 full moons. Only one other star, our closest neighbour, Alpha Centauri, has an apparent faster motion. You could say that Arcturus walks among the other stars of Boaz. The other half of Revelation 2:1, and holds the 7 stars in his right hand, can be visualized when Boaz and Arcturus rise above the eastern horizon before sunrise in the fall. Another constellation, Corona Borealis, is at Arcturus' right hand as it faces us. Corona Borealis is a strikingly beautiful constellation made up of 7 bright stars, usually described as a crown. They could also be seen as a cup or even a scythe. the head of Satan. So now we have a picture of Arcturus as it rises in the east. It walks among the 7 stars of Bootes and has the 7 stars of Corona Borealis at its right hand. As we watch it ascend, we notice another constellation just below. This group of stars is called Serpens Caput, the serpent's head. Most civilizations have imagined this as a snake, with its long line of undulating stars and a triangular head. Serpens has also been called the head of Satan. It is a perfect fit as it wriggles at the feet of Arcturus. Genesis 3:15 to the serpent, "He will crush your head, and you will strike his heel." The return of Christ will mean the fulfillment of this most ancient of all prophecies. Let us now return to the original question. How does a star in the revolving night sky stand over a place on earth? And let us return to Matthew chapter 2 verse 9. "When they had heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them, till it came and stood over where the young child was." As already stated, Bootes represents and heralds the coming one. In Matthew 2:9, Bootes marks the birth of Jesus, and in the 2023 Revelation 12 sign, the white horse rider. The child in Matthew once again is referring to Jesus, but in Revelation 12 refers to the dead in Christ and those that remain. We see this in Strong's G5088, the root of bow from Revelation 6:2. G5088 means to produce, from seed, as a mother, a plant, the earth, etc. And finally Arcturus, the knee of Bootes, stood over the young child in Matthew 2. But in the 2000 years since, the knee of Bootes has dropped by 2 degrees. As I have referred to in a previous video, Jesus stooped twice in John 8, representing the forgiveness and judgment of the twin harvests. You may remember this slide from my first video. Wife Michelle saying that she couldn't stand her husband for 10 years. And later in the article quoted as saying, "Sooner rather than later, you will almost surely be brought to your knees." Is she referring to the motion of Arcturus? Leaving the 2 degrees of Arcturus behind, let's now look at another Arcturus coincidence. Here we have a Papilio. Papilio is a genus in the swallowtail butterfly family. The word Papilio is Latin for butterfly. And here we have the Papilio Arcturus, known as the blue peacock. Looking at the picture to the right hand side, we can see its colouring a conspicuous brilliant blue. Of all the colours, it's a match to the blue in the Shining Light video I recently shared, and of course the Arcturus light bulb. Another oddity is that Blue Peacock is the name of a British nuclear weapon project. The peacock. The peacock is a bird that has stirred much lore and myth in almost every society on Earth. The blue-green iridescent colour itself creates a sense of awe in the beholder. The eyes within the gorgeous feathering have often been thought to represent greater vision, wisdom and watchfulness. The peacock blue tint of its beautiful plumage, often worn by royalty, fascinates all who encounter this magnificent bird. The same remarkable blue defines the head, neck and crest of this glorious creature. Of all the birds, the peacock most resembles the traditional description of the phoenix. The phoenix is the legendary bird of resurrection that is sacrificed in the fires of life and then rises from the flames out of its own ashes. In Egypt, the bird was linked to the worship of the sun god Amun-Ra and associated with the all-seeing eye of Horus. And finally, thank you for watching this video through to the end. Please let me know your thoughts on the material presented in the comments section.